Hanoi is chaos, but hidden inside is a completely different world, one where you can sip a beer while a train misses you by inches. Tonight we're on Hanoi Train Street after dark, and trust us, this is not what we expected. Today we're spending 24 hours in the real Hanoi, from egg coffee you'd walk straight past to a night market where £10 goes further than you'd think. And once you're inside, everything slows down. We are here at Cafe Giang for our first taste of traditional Vietnamese egg coffee. And where better than the birthplace itself?
So velvety. So Nikki isn't on the egg coffee, she is on coconut iced coffee, which we've also heard is meant to be pretty good here. Yeah, I think you've mixed that enough. Give it a crack. It's a straw.
That's strong.
Right, now try it with a straw. You get more of a mix. They're good.
All recharged with one of Hanoi's most famous coffees, and it's time to explore the Old Quarter a little more.
It really is a case of just walk. Otherwise you will never get across the streets. It's madness. Oh dear me. Right, let's check this market out.
Dongjuang Market has 2 floors and around 2,000 stalls, and barely another tourist in sight. This is the real Hanoi, where the locals actually do their shopping, far away from the postcards. We didn't need much, so we took a much needed break from the chaos with a walk around Hun Kim Lake, and then it was on to one of Hanoi's most famous spots, Train Street.
It's even more mental at night. What's that about?
We're in a hurry to get to Train Street because, we decided not to get in a car and thought, oh, we can walk. Turns out it took a little bit longer.
So interestingly, whilst we were waiting for this train, there doesn't seem to be much of a system, does there? There seems to be a lot of people being told to do one thing, but a lot of people being told to do another. Yeah, I think we have to, but I'm noticing I'm protruding a little bit by comparison to a lot of other people. Might come back a bit shorter than 6'3".
Before coming, we'd heard about a quirky tradition where visitors place beer bottle tops on the railway tracks just before the train arrives. When the train rolls over them, they're flattened into tiny little souvenirs that you can take home with you. Trying to find your bottle top again after the train has thundered past is a lot harder than you might think.
Yeah, that was a bit different to Bangkok, for sure. That train is an awful lot faster and gets an awful lot closer.
Good evening, welcome.
Let's find a way around. Yeah, it's busy. Very busy.
With our very questionable souvenirs secured, or at least one of them, we made our way back through the streets of Hanoi. Along the way we passed the striking St. Joseph's Cathedral before ending the evening with a peaceful walk around the lake, now completely transformed by the city lights.
It's quite crazy because we hadn't anticipated that it might be kind of like Bangkok here, hadn't we? But besides the traffic, which is utter chaos, everything is so much more chill, so much more relaxed. You're again. Almost got wiped out by a child. Should have speak soon. But yeah, generally, it's just
really calm, which feels really strange for such a busy, big city, because it is big. I mean, we opted not to use Grab twice today, and each time resulted in a good few kilometres walking, good 30-40 minute walk, and in the heat and humidity, a bit sticky, not the nicest, but at the same time, not the worst. Can't really go wrong. But now we're off on another walk to find the night market, because we've only got it for one night while we're here in Hanoi. So got to make the most of it and see what's going on. If I can get across all these people. Well, we have found the night market. It is busy. So this is probably one of the biggest night markets we've been to. It just keeps on going. But we're seeing what we can get for a tenner. So, challenge accepted, and I've just seen that Nikki's found herself some elephant pants. Not that we don't find those in a lot of places. Okay, so Nikki's little £10 challenge update. Where are we at now? Halfway?
Yeah,
At £5? Spent about £5, and so far you are with what?
2 pairs of sunglasses, a magnet, and a pair of like linen trousers.
Elephant pants,
Yeah,
because Nikki likes collecting elephant pants.
the bag scheme is real.
Yeah, that is a very good point, actually. So we've seen a lot of things online about when you're at the markets and you're haggling skills and getting different coloured bags, and we've actually put this to the test. So when we went and got the sunglasses initially, it said fixed price 50k, about £1.30 per pair. So we're like, okay, let's see what happens. Gave him, and look at that, we got a red bag, indicating that we weren't haggling or nothing. So left it at that. Nikki's just gone and got herself some elephant pants, a little bit of haggling involved, and she's now got a green bag. So Nikki's a bit happier.
Quick update then. So we didn't quite manage to spend £10, but did get 2 pairs of shorts as well, which worked out about £3, and a hair clip, which took it to another £1 on top. So yeah, so it was about 8 or 9 quid in total. Just as like a rough estimate, but for some reason we ended up with a clear bag as well. So I don't know if it's because I got sort of 2 shorts for the price of one, or but yeah, all the different coloured bags is a bit strange. Now it's time for our top tips for visiting Hanoi.
The Old Quarter of Hanoi is easy to explore on foot. Just be confident when crossing the road. The traffic will generally move around you. For longer journeys, Grab is a cheap and efficient way to get around.
Don't leave Hanoi without trying egg coffee. It might sound strange, but the creamy, sweet coffee quickly became one of our favourites in Vietnam.
Make sure to carry some cash while exploring in Hanoi. While cards are generally accepted in larger venues, cash is still king at markets and smaller local spots.
Haggling is part of the experience in Vietnam. Keep it friendly, start around 30 to 50% of the asking price and negotiate from there. If the seller isn't happy, they simply won't sell.
Planning a trip to Train Street? You'll need to book through one of the cafes, so make sure you reach out at least a couple of days in advance to check the train timings and reserve a spot. We went in the early evening and saw 3 trains pass, so we'd highly recommend it. So that's day 1 in Hanoi, and honestly, we're already hooked. It's chaotic, it's noisy, and it gets under your skin in the best way. But this is only the beginning. We've still got days of exploring ahead, and next we're escaping the traffic for rivers that wind through limestone mountains and caves you drift through on a little wooden boat. Ninh Binh is calling.
Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and tell us in the comments what you'd do first in Hanoi. And as always, we reply to everyone.